Y'all already know the vibes, man. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Follow me on the gram. LIONS_N_MEN. LIONS_N_MEN. Y'all got any stories y'all want to put out there? True life experiences that you want to share? Put your truth out there. Hit me up in my DMs and I got you. So, definitely hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so whenever I post something, y'all can see what's going on. Be in tune with the person that's in tune. Let's get into it, picking up from where we left off, right? So, where we was at. Let me refresh my memory real quick. Alright. So, was in the bailout. So dude pulled up between the A and B gate, right? It was a black dude, right? He was cool, got cool with the crew, then he ended up shooting one of our bros, right? He stood in the house for like at least a month, maybe more. Got real cool, he had a little bit of phone time and all that. He was a blood dude that was acting like he wasn't a blood dude, right? Well, all along it was a little plot to get revenge. One of the bros that was in Fort Maine with us, and bro, you know, he wasn't a lit bro, nothing like that, but he still was a bro, and he violated. So for those of y'all that didn't watch part 1, go watch part 1. This is part 2 to follow up, and basically this is what takes place during this time. So he comes to the house, and dude's rocking him to sleep, getting on the gate like, yo, we bailed you out, boom, boom. We respected the way you move, boom, boom. And everything was peaches and cream. He was going along with it. He was like, oh, shit, whoa. So we're like, yo, go ahead, go on, pack your shit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He goes to his cell. Mind you, we've been waiting. You know what I mean? And this is us, the ones that's running the house. We waiting. Everybody else is locked in still, whatever. We out and about. He pulls up, goes to his cell. He wasn't in his cell. 30 seconds, we pull up in the cell, pass him a stick. For those of you who don't know what a stick is or familiar with the terminology, it's some bud, a stick of bud. This is a regular thing that happens when I was in prison. Usually when it was a dude that we felt we had to like go the extra length to get him a little more comfortable, to lower his guard before we make a movie on him, we would get them high. Whether it was dope or it was bud. That was just how it was. And that's what we did with him. Got him high, we in there bullshitting, laughing and giggling. And then the bro popped on him. Mom! The bro that popped on him was a big doofy ass bro. Right? His name was Freeze. He was a king, grimy ass king. He ended up getting kicked out the whip when he went to Green and got done dirty because he turned his back on a lot of bros when he was in the 4 building. But that's another story. So he pops. Freeze was like an easy 6'2", 6'3", 2 and some chains. Built like a refrigerator, you heard? He rocked him. Mom! Once he rocked him, it was over. He was on us. It ass. Pause. Hands, feet, and obviously we all strapped up. So he got done dirty that day. He tried to defend himself, but he was wild, dizzy off that first stall off. And we just went to work on something vicious, right? We all end up leaving that cell, left them twisted up. When he came out his cell, because apparently he didn't come out immediately. Not apparently, he didn't come out immediately. We got out the cell after we did him dirty and went to the bubbles like, yo, lock Blase Blah cell, whatever cell number he was in. Police just locked the cell in. Police is unaware, the CO was unaware of what we just did, right? Just locked him in the cell. Boom. He ain't make no noise in the cell, none of that. Come to find out, when I go by his cell to go check on him, I look, and he knocked out. So he knocked out on the floor, leaking. I'm looking, I'm like, oh, shit. I break out, boom. I'm like, yo, I'm taking it to my cell, you heard? We all start locking in. So the next time the cells pop is like after the count. And when the cell pop, the police actually, I'm lying, police made his rounds. And when police was making his rounds, they always make their rounds before they pop the cells. When police made his rounds, they looked in his cell, crack 12 cell, crack 13, whatever cell he was in. They cracked the cell, woke his ass up, hit the button, got him up out of there. He was leaking crazy, face, head, arms, legs, like we did him dirty, you heard? And it was the day that Bailey he violated us. Like when the turtles came, twin, they violated us, you heard? They was beating dudes up left and right. They had dudes in their underwears standing heel to foot. Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, did we regret? Maybe for a little while we regretted it. And when we couldn't get bailed out, we kind of a little bit regretted it also. But overall, I doubt that we really did, because it was just part of the movement on Rikers Island at the time. You ain't touching one of ours and we ain't doing nothing to you feel me? So, but that was the day also that Bailey was like, that's it. As far as C-74 is concerned, no more bailing out. Because we used it. When he found out, he's like, hold on, these are the dudes that they bailed out? He came to our cells, bro. The depth. He was like, yo, y'all think y'all slick? Boom, boom. Y'all all catching charges. Because this is around this time is when they were starting to start charging dudes. But there's no cameras. There's no cameras at this time at all inside the housing units. None. Ain't no cameras on the walkway. Ain't no cameras in their cell. Ain't no cameras. Y'all seen, rest in peace to Khalif Browder. You see how y'all see all those cameras, that footage of him fighting in the day room, him fighting in the whole... Those were cameras that started because of all the work that we was doing and all the crazy shit that we was doing during my generation, that they started implementing all this. Plus modern technology started blossoming out of nowhere, and they started implementing mad cameras on Rikers. But before that, there was no cameras, bro. A camera here and there, bro. It wasn't like the way it is now. So the Depp tried to line us up, but Duke, they got cut. You know what I mean? He didn't tell. He didn't tell. So they separated us though. They separated some of us. They got me up out the house. I went to another unit, but I ended up getting pulled back. They separated Mo went to another unit. This dude, Rob, he wasn't the king, but he used to rock with us. Rob was one of the ones that suffered the consequences behind that. You know, and I usually will pause right here and lead and segue into another one, but I'll keep it pushing on this one because it's kind of brief. So Rob went to 2 Main. And 2 Main was like a blood house slash like 5%ers and neutrals, right? Salute to my twins, literally twins, the twins that was over there from 167 and all that, from the Bronx. There was one of them was over there in 2 Main. That was his house, and that's where Shabon was at too. Rest in peace, Shabon. So Rob goes over there. Some of the dudes that was rocking with Duke that we sent up out the house was in that house. They heard about what happened, and Rob, unfortunately, they kind of like rocked him to sleep, and they cut him. And they cut him nice. He had some big shit from his lip to his ear, bro. So we end up pulling him back to Fort Maine also a couple of days later after the incident. And when he comes to Fort Maine, he got that big gash on his face. We like, oh, they got him, bro. They got him. Rob was wearing that, you heard? And that just goes to show you how this shit is, twin. It wasn't no game, bro. Dudes was out there shooting left and right. Rob got touched. He got his shit split and came back to the house, and we was basically plotting on how we was gonna get revenge and all that also. And eventually what happens is the CO chick, Miss Garcia, she ends up like hating big time on a lot of us. And that's a whole nother story with Miss Garcia. But Miss Garcia was really like, she was like trying to exert her authority like it was her house, and we was adolescents not trying to hear that. So she ended up packing Rob up one day again, because Rob was an arrogant talking, and he used to talk wild shit. And she packed him up. Oh, you think you tough? You seen what happened to you last time type shit, right? Packed him up, sent him to another house, a blood house. But this time Rob wasn't stupid. Rob went into the house, and immediately while Miss Garcia was still in the bubble, Rob turned it up on somebody who was on the phone and got up out that crib. Immediately. She was tight. She was tight. Captains came, was like, yo, you gotta take him back over there. He can't come over here. Boom, boom. And when Rob came back to the crib, he was talking wild shit to her, like, yo, what happened, bitch? You thought you was going? Yo, Rikers Island was crazy, but I'm not gonna lie, this is sad for me to say. At one point in my bed, it was fun, bro. I know it's crazy and it's sad to say. Again, I'm not promoting violence, gang activity in any shape, way, form, or fashion. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. But eventually it was a switch that was hitting where we made the best out of a really bad situation, and we actually was like having fun. And the crazy sad thing was that the animalistic behaviors was very normal for us, man. We're gonna segue into another story on the next one, where it's gonna be me in the box with some bad boy kings, LKG kings, when I was an adult, not as an adolescent. This was when I was in the adolescence, CC74. We're gonna take it back to old boy, when I was on my way up north, and I met some official bros, and the war was just simmering down between the Kings and the Bloods, but it really was still too fresh to like just pause, you feel me? A lot of feelings was involved, and the war was still popping. It just wasn't as popping as much. We're gonna get into that. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Chu.